Alright, I'm contemplating war with Portugal for a single province that I don't own in the Philippines. And, I need to think about this if I do it. So, if I declare war, Aragon joins them. I could call in Brittany and Burgundy. Uh, if I declared war on Portugal, how many ships does Portugal have? Portugal has 120 heavies, 185 lights, 8 galleys, and 62 transports. So I have to wonder where that Portuguese fleet is. They only have 62 transports, so if any army that they land, our army should be able to go and crush, by the way, if we do this. Let's bring... I am going to declare this war. I feel like I have to. Before we do, we are, of course, going to spend favors to get trust up with Aragon, even though trust will go down immediately once the war starts. That's fine, we're still coring stuff. I should probably bring these guys to Cape Verde. Cape Verde has a maximum fort level, right? Good. I want my heavy fleet to go pick up my army from my capital. Advancement of the planters. Planters gain influence. Okay. And actually, I'm going to send this fleet up to DC as well. I want that flagship in with my heavies because the flagship adds to the engagement width, which means dealing more damage. We also have an amazing naval leader right now, 530. He's not amazing, he's amazing compared to my land general, so. What are we looking at as far as Portuguese army goes? We have less force limit than Portugal does. Well, what about army quality comparison? Portugal has... Okay. Let's go with negative opinion then. No, that doesn't help either. See if we can find one where we are close to Portugal. Portugal has more morale than us, higher discipline, lower siege ability, higher defensiveness, 0 professionalism, higher tradition. Feel like that would be a losing war. No, I'm actually going to trust my better judgment on that. I am not going to go to war with Portugal at this time. That being said, Send these guys back to the Ivory Coast. This fleet will remain where it is. And let's bring these armies back to where they were. Sad, but I don't feel like risking that right now. I would want to go and actually get taking war score by taking their capital. And if I blockaded the strait, it wouldn't matter because of Portugal's huge African colonies. They would be able to storm up through the Sahara and retake stuff. That being other thought, can we get possibly someone else, or rather one of their colonial nations to... Can we encourage independence? Not looking like it. 28% is the highest. It's disappointing. I mean, I guess we'll keep the guy. Go up to 565. Surprised he hasn't died yet. Something else that I do want to check on. Castilian is a promoted culture. Guess I didn't realize how, or I guess I forgot how many little pockets of single culture provinces, or single province cultures I have in my nation. Which ones are Gascon or Gascon? It's only 23 development of Gascon. Right, there's only 2. But they are incredibly difficult to convert at this point. Let's go ahead and promote Norwegian. And perhaps also Dutch. Sure. Portuguese. Alright, we do have one Portuguese province. I will have to remember to convert that at some point. I think we've only got like one Dutch province. Rhode Island's development went up. Oh no, we have quite a few Dutch provinces. But we've already made Dutch promoted, yeah. Okay. We have Flemish too? Culture, getting everything to be an accepted culture is not going to be easy, but that is one of the information age requirements. I think that all cultures accepted thing, you have to, every single province you have has to be an accepted or promoted culture. Anyway, we do have more admin points that we can spend on coring stuff. And of course, I just spent a bunch of Diplo points on not the Diplo idea group that I was working on. Okay, now all we have to do is make state cores on stuff. And then all of our cores will be either being created or completely done. Massachusetts Humane Society. Boston citizens concerned about the needless deaths resulting from shipwrecks and drownings has founded the Massachusetts Humane Society in order to save lives, publishing procedures for dealing with victims of shipwreck and other water-related accidents was the first life-saving activity in society. The society did, with instructions on where to find life-saving equipment and shelters within which the society had placed on islands on the coast of Massachusetts Bay. This is something we need to promote and sponsor. National Manpower Modifier for 20 years, and we lose an admin power. That's fine. Not that we really need manpower right now. American Academy of Arts and Sciences. John Adams, John Hancock, and James Bowdoin are only a few of the scholar patriots that have founded the new American Academy of Arts and Sciences. Its charter of incorporation states its purpose as such to cultivate every art and science which may tend to advance the interest, honor, dignity, and happiness of a free, independent, and virtuous people. To have the United States of America sponsoring the Academy would greatly increase the amount of work and prizes that could be done and awarded to those found eligible as a recognition of their adventures, ideas, and work. I have to take it. I don't have to, but I want to. So, that is an event that signals something that I've wanted and needed to do from the beginning. Well, not from the very beginning of the game, but that I've been meaning to do for a long time, and that is to get rid of the crappy early idea groups that I have. Except, now that I look at it, I think early offensive is probably one to get rid of. As are early trade. And now that does cause us to lose our Republican tradition bonus. But so we go from admin to maritime to which one? I think quantity, because some of our rivals, or not rivals, some people we want to declare war on have far more troops than we do. And I'm going to adopt economic as well. So, the reason why I don't plan on getting rid of early religious ideas is because religious ideas are pretty much the only thing that are keeping us able to convert stuff. Quantity ideas, however, we will do right now. Do some of right now. Take maritime as well. See, now is the time to spend points on idea groups. I knew that there was another idea group based event, or idea cost based event for America, as opposed to the negative 20% or 25% that I got in the early game. But we do still have the exchange of ideas. Okay. I am tempted to get rid of early admin ideas as well, but I'd like to finish the coring stuff that I'm working on right now, and after I do that, I will get rid of early admin as well. Okay, we can no longer accept Vijayanagar as a rival, so we will revoke our embargo. And can we get another rival? Ottomans. Sure. And we can't embargo them because we have a truce. I was hoping that Prussia was rivaling the Ottomans, but they're not. Okay. Still waiting on the truce timer for Castile and Peru. 4 years. And Pangasinan is still being converted. We're losing points of fervor every month. So close to being able to finish our state cores. And soon we will hopefully... Oh wait, oh right, I had to take out a second loan, or an extra loan for the Arts and Sciences event. Three more state cores. That's it. Yapayou? That's the name of that province? Okay. So, what, 2 more months? Nope, this month. Okay. And now we get rid of early admin ideas. Too many diplomatic relations, who cares? So, after maritime ideas. That did cost us a merchant too. As long as the merchants are still where I want them to be. For the most part, anyway. I don't know which one, it's probably Peru that we can't steer from anymore, or that we stopped steering from. It's fine, everything still looks relatively normal. Rio Grande goes south. Pass through Mexico and Panama. I feel like the Mississippi River merchant is kind of unnecessary. Gift to the state, put into the treasure? Absolutely. Which will allow us to pay back the loan immediately. So, surprisingly, I'm going with espionage. And we'll take an economic idea. And now I think I'm going to, as much as it's going to pain me to do so, hold off on taking tech for a while. So, removing the merchant from the Mississippi River. All the trade still gets transferred the same number of trade nodes, so it all gets multiplied except for in the Mississippi River. But since no trade's coming in, it's just that local trade power that would get multiplied. So, Portugal and Portuguese Gambia are steering toward where I want them to. Panama, Mexico. Thinking of what would be the best node to send the merchant to. That would increase that much. Okay. If I sent that up to, if I multiplied that, that still goes through the same channels, and I lose part of it. I think the best one to send it to. Because I would only get... Let's see, 40% and... I essentially only move 40% out of the Ivory Coast node. Meaning 40% of that is lost anyway. This all gets multiplied by the merchant in Panama and the Caribbean and Chesapeake Bay all the way up to Gulf of St. Lawrence. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Nothing else looks better. Yeah, let's go with Peru. And I might get another merchant. We get another merchant from completing maritime ideas, essentially. Right? Don't we? Thought there was a... Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was something I got from... I could click on from completing maritime ideas that gave me an extra merchant. Treaty of Amity and Commerce. The Prussian Prime Minister, Count Karl Wilhelm Fink von Finkenstein, and the United States Ambassador to France, Thomas Jefferson, have presented the government of the USA with a Treaty of Amity and Commerce between Kingdom of Prussia and the United States of America, which will establish a commercial alliance between the two countries. If this treaty is signed, it will promote free trade and commerce. The main provisions of the treaty are as follows: peace and friendship between the Kingdom of Prussia and the U.S., mutual most favored nation status with regard to commerce and navigation, mutual protection of all vessels and cargo when in U.S. or Prussian jurisdiction, mutual right for citizens of one country to hold land in others' territory, mutual right to search a ship of others coming out of an enemy port for contraband, mutual right to trade with enemy states of the other as long as those goods are not contraband. If the two nations become enemies, 9 months protection of merchant ships in any enemy territory, unconditional humane custody for war prisoner, mutual right to have consuls as vice consuls, agents, and commissaries of one nation in the other's ports. Sign the treaty, gain mercantilism. Prussia's opinion of me increases, Great Britain's opinion of me decreases. Yes. Extra 7 mercantilism? You bet. Oh, Prussia gains it too. Hey Prussia, you want to be allies now? Figures. We'll help you conquer Europe. Alright, anyway. So, merchants arrived. New coin, reject, or I'll reject it. Just because it means I don't lose 10 Republican tradition. Of course, now we are not gaining nearly as much Republican tradition as we were because we abandoned certain idea groups. We will be able to... Wait, construct the Suez Canal. Did they complete the Kiel? I have no clue. "12 years until industrialization can spawn." And right now, the provinces that I was looking at being possible. Moncton is in a 19. Pittsfield is at 15. Rhode Island, 15. Okay. So our ruler's still alive at age 70. Next election is actually going to be right around the time I can declare war. 11th of January. How about that? We can take Maritime. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Sadly, I'm also going to be repaying a loan rather than doing what I really want to do. No, I'm not. Are you kidding me? I think the idea is hilarious. Am I really going to piss off Aragon? I don't think it matters. Let's do this. Let's get about 100 light ships. And then set them up as privateers. Okay. How's that conversion going anyway? Getting close. Next May of next year? Okay. Alright, well. Started on a new fleet of privateers. And we will be sending that to the Ivory Coast. I am going to be kind of interested in seeing how that works with our trade protection fleet there. I don't think it will affect any of our allies, really. Alright, well, that's the plan. And now I need to save up money to finish off paying off those loans. We're still not losing, we're actually losing corruption. We're not gaining any. Good.